A new one. Letter from Tilrani. Rana, I am tired of the excuses. Yesterday's training exercise was shameful. When I was in charge, we never had these problems. I think Rolunda would make a better soldier than some of these milk drinkers. Get them together. The pact is depending on us. Tilrani Snowborn. Huh. Hi. Has their log updated? No.
I'll prepare the town for evacuation. Find as many people as you can and send them back here.
I've gathered all the missing villagers, Rana.
The people of Bleakrock owe you. I owe you.
Let's get going.
You're right. We can't wait any longer. Vivek preserve us all. The Covenant is here. They've taken the signal fire, and we need to warn the mainland. I need you to carve a path through them and light it. The beacon stands atop the tower just outside town.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to rally the villagers and get them ready to go. Find Tilrani when you're done at the tower. She'll hold the way open. She knows where to go.
I'll do it. Good luck, Rana.
Get that fire lit. We'll be ready to go when you get back.
Where are we going? Has the boat returned?
I don't expect to see those troops again. We're headed for a beach on the far side of the island. They don't think I know about it, but smugglers sometimes anchor in that cove. I just hope we catch a break.
I hope so too. Let's go. So that's what the point of that place was. Now we know. And I also got the new good item. It adds more armor than my current one. It adds 700 more health. Reduces the cost of sprinting and roll dodging by 2%, so I can sprint more. Bleakrock carries some plate. This chestplate marks its wearer as a stalwart protector of the Ebonheart Pact. So I will destroy this one, because I want to see how I actually look like. So let's see. It's the same, but darker. So I will quickly go and put the materials away. And then we will be on our way.
Take a load.
I have 800 gold, and that's how you get gold. In games like this. In worlds like this. So I have to go down there again. Let's go. Can I talk to these guys again? Darcy the Hunter.
I wouldn't have thought those milk drinkers would leave their cozy taverns to come down here. I'll have to get this wound seen to then. I'm going to need my sword arm.
Indeed.
I want everyone to partner up. Even you, Ma. We stick together in the
Don't worry about me, friend. It'll take more than losing a foot to send Hocknir to Sovngarde. Walking back to town was an experience, though. I think I blacked out a few times. Thank kind for me, eh?
Indeed.
Is it true? There's going to be an evacuation?
Yes.
We came as soon as we heard. I'm not the sort to skeeve out of a fight, but if Tilrani and Rana both agree, well, that says something.
True.
Come along.
Now, down we go. More iron. Good job. Blocked. Oh, I got a recipe. What's that? Increase magic recovery by 521 for 35 minutes. Sounds nice. Enough. If I want to use magicka. What? You're a cannibal? Thank you. Let's go up here. So I guess I have to light the signal fire. So let's light it. And see where that brings us. Burn it. Talk to the Rani Snowborn. I need to go back the long, long way. Nice. That was good teamwork. They really are cannibals. Huh. That's a thing. What happened here?
Too many. There were just too many of them.
The signal fire is lit, Delrani. What happened?
The Covenant is here. They set fire to the village. Narald and I tried to protect the Earthturner family and the rest of the farmers.
Where are they?
Denskar headed to the bunkhouse. Ira tried to take shelter in my home. Then the soldiers set fires, laughing. Please, you have to get water. Save our people. I came to warn you, but the troops... they caught up to me.
Take it easy. How can I help you?
You can't. Don't come back for me. Just get Ira, Denskar, Litrecht, and Trinhild. I didn't see where they went. Rana's at the old tomb. Tell her I forgive her.
Goodbye. Good night. Rest easy. The hell happened here? Right. Sometimes the yellow one or the white ability needs to be blocked only. And I will get ya. Oh, that's on fire. Take it. Use this bucket of water near fires to douse them. Can I use it? You... I'm gonna destroy you for this. Done. Someone in here? Guess I... No. I hope they got away. No, you don't. What the hell did I just get? Petnik treasure map. Hi.
The soldiers chased me in here. I thought I might burn alive.
You can make it if you run. Hurry to get to the tomb.
I can make it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see what this is about. Okay. I guess I already found it around there. Or it might have been... No, not that. I think it was that. I don't know. Gonna kill ya. Done. Now let's extinguish this fire.
The soldiers are everywhere. Where's Tilrani? I thought I'd be safe with her.
Tilrani's not here. Hurry, run to the tomb.
I'll bet she's there now. I'll see her there. Thank you.
I'll see you there too. What? Mace etiquette. I haven't been in this house, I think. Warriors sometimes make the mistake of thinking that there are no tactics with the mace. They assume that the sword is all about skill and the mace is only about strength and stamina. As a veteran instructor of mace tactics, I can tell you they are wrong. Wielding a mace properly is all about timing and momentum. Once the swing of the mace has begun, stopping it or slowing it down is difficult. The fighter is committed to not just the blow but also the recoil. Begin your strike when the opponent is leaning forward, hopefully off balance. It is completely predictable that he will lean backward, so aim for a point behind his head. By the time the mace gets there, his head will be in its path. The mace should be held at the ready, shoulder high. The wind-up should not extend past the shoulders by more than a hand's width. When swinging, lead with the elbow. As the elbow passes the height of your collarbone, extend the forearm like a whip. The extra momentum will drive the mace faster and harder, causing far more damage. At the moment of impact, let the wrist loosen. The mace will bounce and hurt the stiff wrist. Allow the recoil of the blow to drive the mace back into the ready position, thereby preparing the warrior for a quicker second strike. Interesting. Destruction staff increased to 2. The Hypothetical Treachery Part 1. By who? By Antil Morvel. A one-packed play. Dramatis Personae. Malvasian, a high elf battle mage. Inzolia, a dark elf battle mage. Dolcetus, a Cyrodiil healer. Sciavas, an Argonian barbarian, a ghost, some bandits. Scene, Eldenwood. As the curtain rises, we see the misty labyrinthian landscape of the legendary Elden Grove of Valenwood. All around we hear wolves howling, a bloodied reptilian figure, Sciavas, breaks through the branches of one of the trees and surveys the area. Skiavas, it's clear! Inzolia, a beautiful dark elf mage, climbs down from the tree, helped by the barbarian. There is the sound of footsteps nearby. Skiavas readies his sword, and Inzovia prepares to cast a spell. Nothing comes out. Inzolia, you're bleeding. You should have Dolcetus heal that for you. Skiavas, he's still drained from all the spells he had to cast down in the caves. I'm fine. If we get out of this and no one needs it more, I'll take the last potion of healing. Where's Malvasian? Malvasian, a high elf battle mage, and Dolcetius, a Cyrodiil healer, emerge from the tree, carrying a heavy chest between the two of them. They awkwardly try to get down from the tree, carrying their loot. Malvasian, here I am, though why I'm carrying the heavy load is beyond me. I always thought that the advantage of dungeon delving with the great barbarian was that he carried all the loot. Skiavas, if I carried that, my hands would be too full to fight. And tell me if I'm wrong, but not one of the three of you has enough magic reserved to make it out of here alive. Not after you electrified and blasted all those homunculuses down below ground. Dolcetus, homunculi. Skiavas or Shiavas, don't worry, I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. Inzolia innocently. What's that? Skiavas, kill you all and take the ebony mail for myself. Admit it. You thought I had it in mind. I had that in mind. Dolcetus, what a perfectly horrible thought. I never thought anyone, no matter how violent, degenerate. Inzolia, why not? Malvasian, he needs porters, like he said. He can't carry the chest and fight off the inhabitants of Elden Grove both. Dolcetus, by Stendar, of all the mean, conniving, typically Argonian. Inzoliat, and why do you need me alive? Skiavas, I don't necessarily. Except that you're prettier than the other two, for a smooth skin that is. And if something comes after us, it might go for you first. There is a noise in some bushes nearby. Skiavas, go check that out. Inzolia, it's probably a wolf. These woods are filled with them. You check it out. Skiavas, you have a choice, Inzolia. Go and you might live. Stay here and you definitely won't. Inzolia considers and then goes to the bushes. Skiavas, to Malvasian and Dolcetus, the king of Sylvanar will pay good money for the mail, and we can divide it more nicely between the 3 than 4. Inzolia, you're so right. Inzolia suddenly levitates up to the top of the stage, and semi-transparent ghost appears. A semi-transparent ghost appears from the bush and rushes at the next person, who happens to be Skiavas. As the barbarian screams and thrashes at it with his sword, it levels blasts of whirling gas at him. He crumbles to the ground. It turns next to Dolcetus, the healer, and as the ghost focuses its feasting chill on the hapless Dolcetus, Malvasian casts a ball of flame at it that causes it to vaporize into the misty air. Inzolia floats back down to the ground as Malvasian examines the bodies of Dolcetus and Skiavas, who are both white-faced from the draining power of the ghost. Malvasian, you had some magic reserved after all. Inzolia, so did you. Are they dead? Malvasian takes the potion of healing from Dolcetus' back. Malvasian, yes. Fortunately, the potion of healing wasn't broken when he fell. Well, I guess this leaves just the 2 of us to collect the reward. Inzolia, we can't get out of this place without each other, like it or not. The 2 battle mages pick up the chest and begin plodding carefully through the undergrowth and pausing from time to time at the sound of footsteps or other eerie noises. Malvasian, let me make sure I understand. You have a little bit of magic left, so you elected to use it to make Shiavas the ghost's target, forcing me to use most of my limited reserve to destroy the creature so I wouldn't be more powerful than you. That's first-rate thinking. Inzolia, thank you. It's only logical. Do you have enough power to cast any other spells? Malvasian, naturally. An experienced battle mage always knows a few minor but highly effective spells. For just such a trial, I take it you too have a few tricks up your sleeve? Insolia. Of course, like you said. They pause for a moment before continuing as a fearful wail pierces the air. When it dies away, they slowly trudge on. That was interesting. Do I have read this? No. The year 2920, Volume 1. 2920, the last year of the First Era, by Carlock Tonway. Fun Morningstar, Mournhold, Morrowind. Almalexia lay in her bed of fur. Yeah, I haven't read it. Almalexia lay in her bed of fur, dreaming, not until the sun burned through her window, infusing the light wood and flesh colors of her chamber in a milky glow, did she open her eyes. It was quiet and serene, a stunning reverse of the flavor of her dreams, so full of blood and celebration. For a few moments, she simply stared at the ceiling, trying to sort through her visions. In the courtyard of her palace was a boiling pool, which steamed in the coolness of the winter morning. At the wave of her hand, it cleared, and she saw the face and form of her lover Vivek in his study to the north. She did not want to speak right away. He looked so handsome in his dark red robes, writing his poetry as he did every morning. Vivek, she said, and he raised his head in a smile, looking at her face across thousands of miles. I have seen a vision of the end of the war. After 80 years, I don't think anyone can imagine an end, said Vivek with a smile. But he grew serious, trusting Almalexia's prophecies. Who will win, Morrowind or the Cyrodiilic Empire? Without Sotia in Sill in Morrowind, we will lose, she replied. My intelligence tells me the Empire will strike us to the north. In early springtide, by first seed at the latest. Could you go to Arteum and convince him to return? I leave today, she said simply. 4 Morningstar, 2920, Gideon, Black Marsh. The Empress paced around her cell. Wintertide gave her wasteful energy, while in the summer she would merely sit by her window and be grateful for each breath of stale swamp wind that came to her to call her. Across the room, her unfinished tapestry of a dance at the Imperial Court seemed to mock her. She ripped it from its frame, tearing the pieces apart as they drifted to the floor. Then she laughed at her own useless gesture of defiance. She would have plenty of time to repair it and craft 100 more. The Emperor had locked her up in a Castle Jayavas 7 years ago and would likely keep her here until he or she died. With a sigh, she pulled the cord to call her Knight Zook. He appeared at the door within minutes, fully uniformed as befitted an Imperial Guard. Most of the native Ktringi tribesmen of Black Marsh preferred to go about naked, but Zook had taken a positive delight to fashion. His silver, reflective skin was scarcely visible, only on his face, neck and hands. Your Imperial Highness, he said with a bow. Zook, said Empress Tavia, I'm bored. Let's discuss methods of assassinating my husband today. Whoa. That took a turn. Alright. You can try, but you won't succeed. And done you are. Oh, what the... How did I get a two-hander? Done you are. Hi.
I just couldn't help it. I ran. I'm sorry.
You're going to be safe. Quickly run to the dome.
Kind protect me. Thank you. I'll go.
Jeez, the frame rate here. I also need to save Trinheld. I'm coming. Go.
Hirani told us to run. I thought of the water and all those calm days in the surf. What was I thinking?
Your family is gathering at the tomb. Quick, run.
Yes, my family. I should go to them. Here I go.
Go, go. Talk to Captain Rana. I have everyone. Rana.
Welcome back. The villagers you rallied are ready to move.
Then we have done everything we can.
I just wish we could have done more. Well then, are you ready to get off this rock?
Yep.
You and I are going to lead the way through the tomb. The locals call it Last Rest. Darj and Sane are going to bring up the rear. We'll make sure everyone keeps moving.
Are you sure we can make our way through?
Tribunal willing. I've studied a map of the tomb's layout, but I never dared to enter. This place is old. The original inhabitants of Bleakrock rest inside. And not quietly.
What are we waiting for then? I knew we will go in here.
Two switches will shut these traps off. We need to hit them at the same time. Get the one on the far wall. I'll hit mine when you do.
Okay. How do I get there? Let's see the timing. Bro. Well, I got hit at the very end because I forgot the dodge roll button.
Darj, bring them through.
They are coming. Run. I got the recipe. What recipe did I get? Provisioning increases max stamina by 6,000. Carrot cheesecake. Gimme. That's incredibly useful.
So many dead because of me. I don't know if I'll be able to live with myself after this.
The villagers need you to lead them to safety.
They need a leader, but they're stuck with me.
Where do we go from here?
I need you to unlock a door deeper inside the tomb. That door will have stones with flower symbols upon it. Head through the door behind me. I'll see you soon.
Oh, okay. I guess this is a dangerous area. Yup, skeletal warriors. I think I know why I have performance issues right now. I'll see if I can get it fixed for next time. If it is what I think it is. Iron Greaves of Magicka. Yay! Another piece of heavy armor with 2000 armor and 704 maximum Magicka. Yay! Do I have a full set now? No, I don't have shoulder blades. Crafting motif 5. What is a crafting motif? Used to learn the Breton crafting style. Requires rank 1 of any of the metalworking, tailoring or woodcutting passives. Use to add to your lore library. Crafting motif 5. Breton style. Being notes by Dr. Alfidia Lupus for a series of pamphlets on the major cultural styles of Tamriel. Dr. Lupus was imperial ethnographer for potentate Savirien Chorak from 2E 418 to 431. Sorry. The Archmagister at the university, Lady Opal Tantain, is a Breton, so I consulted with her on Breton motifs. She was friendly and very helpful. The Bretons were the last major group of humans on Tamriel to free themselves from their elven overlords, and in many ways their long vassalage to the Tireni defines their culture. They are fiercely autonomous, each kingdom in high rock jealous of its individual sovereignty. But Breton society retains a feudal structure that harkens back to the rank-obsessed Tireni hegemony. The Bretons are nearly as fractious as their cousins in Nords, the Nords, but their long tutelage under the elves makes them open to the magical arts rather than suspicious of them. How is this reflected in their arts and crafts? Let's look at Breton armor, for example. The gleaming heavy armor of a Breton knight is as tough and practical as that of a Nord housecarl, but its pleasing form exhibits a subtle sophistication that is reminiscent of elven elegance. One sees the same influence in Breton weaponry, which is beautiful yet undeniably deadly. It made me think of the differences between Divaet, elven urbanity, and Morian's breadth of knowledge, and all too human inconsistencies, even peevishness. Apparently the transliminal experiments have not been going well. When I stopped by the townhouse last night, neither Morian nor Divaet were in, save each. Morian's apprentice told me they had quarreled over the appropriate price to pay on a transporting entity to ensure safe return from a jaunt to oblivion. The remarks became personal, and then my name was apparently brought up. There was shouting, and they both huffed their way out of the laboratory and marched off down Divine Street in opposite directions. This is terrible. Fighting over me? I must confess I was so disturbed I blurted out the whole... Jeez. Let me read in peace. Wasn't it supposed to go into the lower library? This is the lower library. Well, because I opened it at the wrong place, I guess I lost it. You can just pause the video to see the rest of it. And I can do the same later. I need to look through these. So I guess... Oh. Does this give me anything? No. I guess we can move on now. the Dragonfire's fragment, and Alesh said, "Though we have overthrown the wicked elves, we fear they will afflict us with oblivion. Forever did they traffic with the Daedra lords, to our sorrow and misery. Mighty are we in arms, but the greater demons are beyond our strength." But the divine voice spake further, saying, "This will..." What spake? Further, saying, "This will I do for the mortals of Nim. As thou art dragonborn, so must be thy heirs. So long as they keep the dragonfires ever lit, so long must the demon lords keep to their places." Alesh was grateful, yet still troubled. How then, if my line should fail? How will we defend ourselves? And there was a trembling in the world, but the divine voice was mild, saying, "Thy people will find a way, for unlike the Daedra, yea, mortals have the creative spark and may make new things that were not before. Where there is one defense, there may also be another." Wrong button. I guess there is nothing there, right? Yeah. A lockpick. Useful. That worked. Another lockpick. Awesome. So that's the way I need to go. Let's check this way for a moment. More lockpicks, I need those. Eventually. Are you protecting something cool? Just ash. Oh well. Did I go there? Yes, I did. So I have to go that way. No, I just have to unlock the door.
This way.
I want that shield.
We're almost out. I'll unlock the door at the bottom of the stairs. In the next room, there's another switch I'll need you to trigger.
Okay. So I guess I'm not going this way. Lower halls. What's in here? Nerevar, Moon and Star. This is a selection from a series of monographs by various imperial scholars on Ashlander legends. In ancient days, the deep elves and a great host of outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the house people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law, and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land. All the tribes joined the house people to fight the great battle at Red Mountain. It always comes back to the Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at mountain. The Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret and setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises to the tribes to honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. Anything is possible in this world. I wonder, I guess I have to go there. Oh god, there are two... Journeybreds Last Dance, traditional, light armor increased to 7. Women's worse. Now I have light armor too. Every winter season except for the reason of one war or another, really quite a bother. The Queen of Rimmen and her consort request their vassals come and cavort. On each and every ball, the first man at the hall is Lord Origin, a journeybred of Geir. The curse of all the maidens fair. Women's refrain. Oh, dear ladies, beware. Dearest, dearest ladies, take care. Though he is a very handsome man, if you dare to take his handsome hand, the nasty little spell will be cast, and your first dance with him will be the last. Men's verse. At this social event, everyone who went knew the bows and stances, and steps to all the dances. The Queen of Remmen and her consort would order a trumpet's wild report, and there could be no indecision, as their revelers took position. The first dance only ladies, separate, away from such men as Lord Johnnybrett. Men's refrain. Oh dear fellows, explain. Brothers, can you help make it plain? The man's been doing this for years, leaving maidens fair in tears, before the final tune's been blast, and her first dance with him will be the last. Women's verse 2. Lord Origin Johnnybrett of Geir watched the ladies dancing on air. The loveliest in the realm, a fellow in a Yusinhide helm, said, the Queen of Rimmen and her consort have put together quite a sport. Which lady fair do you prefer? Lord Johnnybrett pointed her. See that bosom bob and weave, well suited for me to love and live. Women's refrain. And nothing. Men's verse 2. The man in the mask of a bear had left the Lord of Care. Before the ladies' dance was ending, then a trumpet sounded portending that the Queen of Rimmen and her consort called for the men to come to court. Where do you go? Jesus, this guy is moving all over the place. Where did I go? Portending that the Queen of Rimmen and her consort called for the men to come to court, disdainful passing over all the rest. Ogin approached she of bobbing breast. She was rejected, saved a life of woe, for a new maiden as fire as snow. Men's refrain, nothing. Women's verse 3. Oh, that's the first one you have to sing again. Women's verse 3. At the first note of the band, the beauty took Origin's hand. She complimented his stately carriage, dancing to the tune of About the Marriage. Of the Queen of Rimmen and her consort, it is very difficult indeed to comport. With grace neither falling or flailing, wearing ornate hide and leather mailing, dancing light as the sweetest of dreams without a single squeak of seams. Women's refrain. Verse 3. The rhythms rose and fell, no one dancing could excel. With masculine grace and syncopation, Lord's Johnny bred even true admiration. From the Queen of Rimmen and her consort, like a pewter's vessel pulling into port, he silently slid, belying the ladder's weight. She whispered carelessly, "The hour is late, but I have never seen such grace in hide armor." It was a pity he knew he had to harm her. Men's refrain. Then women's verse 4. The tune beat was furious. He began to be curious. Where had the maiden been sequestered? Before this dance was requested by the consort and his queen of Rimmen, I didn't see you dance with the women. My dress was torn as I came to the dance, she said, smiling in a voice deep as a man's. My maids worked quickly to repair, while I wore a suit of hide, a helm of a bear. Women's refrain. Cool. A hypothetical treachery, part 1, by Until Morvid. A one-act ballet, dramatis personae. Malvasian, a high elf battle mage. Did I already read this? We will see in a second. The characters are the same. Yep, I already read that one. The Four Abominations by Vinicius Imbrex, Archbishop of Coral, 1E 1051 to 1087. Thus Stendar looked upon the world of mortals, and he found it afflicted by abominations, and he made it known unto his priests, resolutes and templars, that these unnatural profanities are abhorrent in his sight, and are to be exterminated by the writers without halt or mercy. For these abominations are each and every the eternal enemies of the mortals of the Munders, and shall not be suffered to abide among us. And these abominations... Thank you. And these abominations are four in kind, and may be known justly, the Daedra, those unworthy horrors that are not of the Munders, and come from oblivion to inflict cruelty and death upon the mortals of Tamriel. The man-beasts, those mortals who through traffic with the bestial, Hircin, do change their skins for those of animals, preying thence upon the innocent, the risen corpses, those restless undead whose rotting bodies persist with loathsome and unnatural vigor, sowing fear and agony among the living. The deathless vampires, who feed horrifically upon honest citizens, regarding righteous mortals as mere cattle to sate their unholy hungers. Know these are four abominations, O ye righteous, and gather to slay them where they appear. The Legendary Sacred Whore, 1st edition, by Matera Chapelle. During the Skyrim conquest 1E240 to 415, ambitious Highland Earls... Let's move this to this side. Ambitious Highland Earls, envious of the conquests and wealth of their northern cousins in High Rock and Morrowind, looked south over the ramparts of the Gerald Mountains for their opportunities. The Gerald Mountains proved to be too great a barrier, and northern Cyrodiil too poor a price. Have I read this already? Has lain in ruins since the middle of the Second Age. Yes, I have already read this one. Are there any more bookshelves? No. Done.
I'll meet you on the other side of that door.
I will come in a second.
The cove should be just beyond this door. I'll go on ahead. Wait for the rest of them here.
Okay. I'll just loot some ash. Take aim from here.
Hurry now.
Our shellback friend here will get us to safety. He's a hero of the Pact. And for what I've promised to pay him, he'd better be.
Where are we headed?
I fear the Covenant would intercept us if we went straight for Darvin's Watch. So we're going to make for Dalmora, a small town down the coast. Are you ready to go?
Let's get out of here. Balfoyen. Balfoyen, on the southern coast of Morrowind's inner sea, was a wild expanse of marshland until recently. Now much of it has been turned over to the Dark Elves' former Argonian slaves, who plant saltres something. And more different items here. Hi. Oh, mushroom forests.
We're here. The villages are safe for the moment. But the Covenant's still coming. We've got to get word to Darvin's Watch.
I'm ready, Rana. What do we do now?
We sprint. If we act quickly, we might be able to alert Darvin's Watch before the Covenant ships arrive. You ready?
Yes.
Go to the watchtower, just past the village of Dalmora. Tell the soldiers there to light the signal fires along the coast. The fires will warn Darvin's Watch that war is upon them.
Where are you headed?
I'm going to rally troops here and in Dalmora. Get the battle ready mustered. Send the non-combatants to safety with Daj. Now hurry. The fate of Darvin's Watch depends on you.
I'm on my way.
Get to the watchtower as soon as you can. There's just no time.
What kind of town is Dalmora?
It's an Argonian town, full of canals, mud houses, and mosquitoes. Balfoyen was just a swamp before the great houses donated it to their former slaves. Believe it or not, Fort Zirin used to be an entry point for the slaves brought from Black Marsh.
Where are we?
We're far southeast of Bleakrock. It's a coastal region of Morrowind called Balfoyen. Behind you is the Inner Sea, and across that is the island of Vardenfell.
What is Darvin's Watch?
It's the biggest port in Stonefalls, and one of the largest cities. Most of the trade on the Inner Sea passes through here at some point. It'll be the first place the Covenant hits. I just know it.
Okay. So, another point into health. 122 health. I can now increase heavy armor. And also I can get the second passive here. With one hand and weapon and shield equipped. With one hand weapon and shield equipped increases your weapon damage by 3% and the amount of damage you can block by 10%. Yes, please. Awesome. So this is almost rank 5. And I can get this too. Increases your physical and spell resistance by 120 for each piece of heavy armor equipped. Current bonus 724. That's 241 now, so the bonus is 1449. Nice. I will unlock this in 2 ranks. Defensive... Oh. I want passives. But maybe this is also interesting. Duration 30 seconds. Maybe not. This is rank 17. Improves system of bash attacks. Oh well. I could get this just in case. Herbs and fungi in the world will be easier to see. But I also at the same time want the other one. That's fine.
Comrade, I'm heading to Fort Zirin to join the defenders. Perhaps I'll see you there.
Perhaps.
The river delivers you to Balfoyen. Welcome. Hungry?
Where did you come from?
Sister and I came down from Dalmora, our village just up the path. Mise, my brother fetches glitter, and I run trade in Balfoyen. Now.
Okay. More people to talk to here this
I've never
time.
trained with a sword. Do you think maybe I could just use a wood axe?
You can.
No, Litrick. Hold the blade like so. Sorry, friend. No time to talk right now.
Okay. You keep at it. Oh, what? I found the book. The Onus of the Ogma by Frastus of Elinhere. Being a primer for the young student on a mortal's obligation to record his or her life story, presented in the form of quotations from the classics. All Tamrielics recognize the duty to memorialize the events of our lives, a duty placed upon us by the divines at the beginning of time. The most ancient reference we have to this journaling onus comes from the Altneriad, the great origin saga of the elves, which quotes the god Xarex, ascribed to Auriel. As ye are true children of the Etada, thou shalt honor us by honoring thy own lives. For in each of you is housed the divine spark, and thus the record of thy actions is a sacred duty. Keep therefore each and every one of you an Ogma, an ever-scriven scroll which shall memorialize their brief lives. Thus in at least this way shall thy spark be immortal. In the late Meretic, the Nord culture hero, Iskramor developed a runic alphabet based on Elvish principles, which enabled the written transcription of Admoran speech. Iskramor's first work in this new form of writing was a chronicle of his own life and its events, making Iskramor the first human historian. Here is a quotation from the great hero himself, as recorded in Songs of the Return, Volume 1. Then, though I did feel a great ire against the perfidious elves, and desired nothing more than to hie me hence to Echurkurfik, and take ship back to Tamriel, where I could try the edge of Woodrat against their all too many necks. Yet I had beheld during my captivity that the wily elves possessed much learning, and the knowledge, though they put it to ends both vile and dishonorable, and I bethought me that to defeat the elves and scour them from the land, it would be well if the men also did wield such wisdoms. Therefore I strung long launcher with a woeful bowstring and sought the marshes of the east, where dwelt Valtrosta the great snow goose, and I slew her with a hawk-fledged dart, and plucked of her a great quill, which I used to write down my speech as I had seen the elves do, and I vowed that henceforth all men would record their ideas and thoughts, just as Shor carved his record of his victory over Snech into the side of shivering glacier. And in this way would the best ways of killing elves be preserved. The obligation was ratified again in the time of Saint Alessia and the founding of the Empire of Cyrodiil. The demigod Morihaus, the first breath of man, himself kept a chronicle that has come down to us as the Adabala one of its first precepts is on the recording of all that happens. Then Morihaus snorted and spake fiercely against the non-scriptionists, saying, "Are then the deeds of the Paravant to be forgotten by the men of Ensure? Are the crimes of the Saliash to be erased, so that the 7 pretexts for mayhem shall seem all unjustified? Nay, by Akatosh! Nay, by the Dragon of Duration, who gave us time so that events could unfold in their sequence, and thus be recalled as they happened. Never shall your ilk prevent our people from recording their tales, as did the overweening Saliash in the late Torment epoch, and he did smite their heads from their shoulders, and their gore fell as words on the stones, recording their several demises. So, students, do not groan and complain of the burden, carping and cavilling when your parents and teachers ask if you have written today in your journal, because to do so is a right for which your ancestors paid in blood." Wow. That's a player. That's why I couldn't talk to him.
Evacuate, they said. I'm going to lie here and look at the sky for a while. I think if I stood up, I'd fall down.
I can't believe how few of us have made it. All that death. And for what?
I don't know.
I'm thinking about joining up. I think the pact needs a few stubborn curs like me.
Possibly. So I guess I now see what I can pick up, but I wonder how it shows up as.
Sure take the whole Covenant. Look after Brend and Faltha. I already miss those milk drinkers.
This is sad. Why? Can I talk to anyone else? Wind in sails.
I'm so glad I could save all these lives. And all these coins as well. These poor, innocent coins. I will protect them.
How are you?
One good turn deserves another. What do you need?
Oh, one moment. No, I don't think I need transport. I think this will bring me back to the... Right?
One good turn does... Are you then? Tag along in my skiff if you'd like. Though I suppose it depends where you want to go.
Oh, Davon's Watch, I can go that way. Dalmora, light the signal fires and warn Davon's Watch. Dalmora, way shrine. So the shrines are where I can recall. Get to the Dalmora watchtower. Okay. I think it's... Hi.
We saw the boat, so we came to help with drink and food and... you have coin, yes?
I do. Actually, I want to sell something, probably. That's a better one. Hopefully I didn't sell something I need. No. That's better than mine.
We saw the boats.
So let's sell this. I have 1,200, so I can soon buy another backpack. I really need more. 70 is not enough.
Hey there, my friend. Vivek keep you safe. May Vivek keep us all safe, eh?
Yeah.
Ayman, be brave. I'll send you off with the other villagers. You'll be safe. I need your help. We need to make the Covenant pay for what they did on Bleakrock, alright?
Yep.
Raleigh, what are you thinking? You've got that look in your eye.
That look? What look?
I'm going to join up, and nothing Mother says will stop me. I'm not too young. I can hold a sword. I'm ready to fight. I'm better than my daft brother Litrek anyway.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Trinhild wants to run off and join the war. Litrek already has a sword. My home, my family. What else can they take from me?
We'll get to them. Don't you worry. So that's how it shows up. That's great. But yeah, I will take a small break. I think I have played enough for this session. And thank you very much for joining me again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!